Hello, everyone, and welcome aboard. I am your host, Tyler Wallinger, and I'll also be your train conductor on this amazing virtual train tour on the top 5 American rail vacations. See America first while you can. So, today, folks, we have an exciting presentation. But before we leave out of our virtual train tour, I did want to talk about what we'll be covering in today's webinar. First and foremost, important things to know about traveling by train are we'll talk about the onboard accommodations, onboard Amtrak, those private sleeping accommodations, and what's included, and also popular destinations to consider for your next rail vacation with us here at Amtrak Vacations. We can also talk about how we're going to be able to route your vacation from your hometown. And with that in mind, we are going to be leaving off on our virtual train tour. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey. First, I did want to mention, as we're leaving out of our train station here, I did want to talk about our Rail Bookers Group brands. So to our left is Amtrak Vacations. Amtrak Vacations is the official tour operator for Amtrak, which moves over 3 million passengers each year on its rail system, not only traveling to the popular cities like Seattle or Chicago or even Washington, D.C., but we also, of course, travel to those popular national parks like Glacier, Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, to name a few. And we even do popular rail experiences along the way. We also take care of not only the rail accommodations on board Amtrak, but we also take care of those hotels, sightseeing tours, transfers, ferries, and so much more. Then, of course, to our right is Rail Bookers. Now, Rail Bookers is our international brand where we travel to destinations such as Canada, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, even, of course, Alaska, domestically here in the US, Alaska by rail, where we can be able to take care of those destinations or even also those popular, scenic and luxury train experiences, multi-country journeys, or even extending your ocean or river cruise with us. Very similar to Amtrak Vacations, we take care of those onboard train accommodations, hotels, sightseeing tours, transfers, and so much more. But today, folks, we're talking about Amtrak vacations. So we can book any of our rail vacation packages as early as today and as far out as 2024. So if you're starting to think about doing a rail vacation for this year or even next year, if you already have something on the books for this year, next year we can certainly help out with that as 2023 goes. Or if you ever even want to think out even further than 2023, we can even help you out as going into 2024. And why do travelers such as yourself who are attending today's virtual train tour love Amtrak vacations? Well, first and foremost, we are the rail experts. We know these rail routes, we know the Amtrak times, we know the best way to ensure that you have the best vacation possible. We can book any of our rail vacation packages, as I just mentioned, as early as today and as far as 2024. So either way, we got you covered on that. We also offer maximum flexibility, so any destination, any date for any length of time, simply put it, if the train goes there, so do we. And we offer the largest rail vacation selection to choose from multi-country journeys. So in this instance, if you want to extend your stay from the U.S. going up into Canada, extending going to international borders, we can certainly help out with that. Or even, of course, if you want to extend your maybe your river or ocean cruise with us, maybe you're doing an Alaska cruise and you want to be able to go over and experience the Empire Builder, or going to the Glacier National Park, or even going all the way and even going up to Alaska. We can help out with that with the Alaska Railroad. We can even, of course, extend your cruise after you get off the New Orleans or Memphis and maybe want to explore a little bit more of the Bayou area. So lastly, no rail trip is too complicated for us because where it's confusing for most, it is very simple for us because it goes back to that major point. We are the rail experts. Now, I did want to hone in a little bit about when it comes to our rail vacations, selection. Again, we have so many new products and so many new packages that you can choose from, but we always want to reiterate that we can even customize and tailor make our packages based upon what you're looking for. So we can add on any destination, add on extra nights, make it round trip from your hometown. This is very specific because with Amtrak, Amtrak has over 500 plus stations right here in the USA. Beautiful USA, right? Oh, America the beautiful. And we can be able to customize and start it and end your vacation with us from your hometown. So just make sure you give our Amtrak Vacation staff a call, giving us a call at 1-800-268-7252, or of course, if you are working with a local travel advisor, just let them know which Amtrak train station that you're looking to depart from, and we, of course, can be able to help you out with that. We can even upgrade your rail tickets from coach to business class on some of those short distance trains, or even upgrade to those sleeper accommodations on those longer distance trains. And last but not least, we can add on additional sightseeing tours or upgrade those tours to fully private tours. Now, where can you travel by train, you might ask? Pretty much almost anywhere around the USA, or even going into Canada. As, of course, Via Rail is opening back up. We are also seeing the Canadian border opening up to vaccinated Americans, which is great to see. So a lot of options are available. But if you are maybe a little bit more comfortable wanting to hone in on the USA, there's so much to see. We have, pristine beaches. We have, majestic mountains. We have, of course, vast deserts. We have so much to see and to offer. And taking the train there is leaving all of the stress and worry of driving and leaving the driving up to the engineers so you can sit back, relax, and watch the world go by. Speaking, of course, pristine mountains and vast forests, we have, of course, our Rocky Mountains to Yosemite package. This is one of the most popular packages, folks, that we are seeing being booked right now for the 2022 and the 2023 year. So this package does start in the beautiful city of Denver. This city definitely offers so much great railroad history because of its Union Station. Definitely check it out. It's a very historical landmark, but also too has a lot of natural beauty as well. When staying in Denver, you definitely got to make sure you check out Rocky Mountain National Park, which is included in this package. We do provide a day trip that will take you from Denver all the way over to Rocky Mountain National Park, so you can be able to explore not only one of the most beautiful parks in the Colorado Rockies, but even some of the great opportunities for viewing wildlife such as bighorn sheep. You can be able to see elk, moose, bald eagles have also been found and spotted in the park also. And after time exploring the beautiful Colorado area of the Rocky Mountains, and even, of course, a little bit of the city center of Denver, make sure you definitely check out, either the zoo or maybe the Natural History Museum, or even, of course, maybe checking out some of the history of the city itself. You're going to then head over back to the Denver Union Station and climb on board the legendary California Zephyr. Now, the California Zephyr is arguably one of Amtrak's most popular train routes that travels through the Colorado Rockies during the day. Again, Amtrak does a great job that you can be able to see some of the stunning and amazing scenery that we have in this beautiful country of ours, so you can appreciate and actually feel pride as being, or I should say, being proud of being American. And then, of course, you're going to arrive into Salt Lake City. This is your next stop on your train vacation with us. And in Salt Lake City, you'll get to be able to explore the city itself. You get to learn about the Mormon culture, and even also learn how and why the railroads actually thought Salt Lake City was one of the most best places to actually build up their shops, build up their wealth, believe it or not. So there was a lot of history there, not only to the Mormons moving over to Salt Lake City, but even the railroad industry itself, such as Union Pacific, Western Pacific, and so on and so forth. So make sure you do check out the Golden Spike in the Railroad Museum down there. Worth checking out. And then, of course, you're going to continue onward after your time visiting Salt Lake City. You're going to climb right back on board the California Zephyr and heading further west over through the high Sierra Nevadas via the Donner Pass. You'll learn about, unfortunately, the sad side of the history part of the Donner Party before you arrive into the beautiful city of San Francisco. There you get to be able to explore the city with a hop-on, hop-off sightseeing tour. We also, of course, offer a city pass. We offer some great alternatives if you're looking to get the most out of your stay in San Francisco. So make sure you definitely check out the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz. You can maybe check out Ghirardelli Square, Fisherman's Wharf. So many great sights to see when visiting this great city. But When you're staying with us in San Francisco, you're going to be able to see another national park. So again, this package not closed not one, but two great parks. And this is going to be your day trip over to Yosemite National Park, where you're going to be able to explore Glacier Point. You can be able to see Tunnel Meadow. You can be able to see Mariposa Grove, which is where you'll find the highest and tallest redwood trees in all of North America. You'll see El Capitan, Half Dome. All of this will be shown to you on our sightseeing tour. So, folks, this is our Rocky Mountains to Yosemite package. It is 8 days, starting at $1,849. A great value with all that you could see here and more with this great rail vacation itinerary. All right, our next package stop on our virtual train tour today is our Northern Rail Experience package. Folks, this is actually one of the most popular of our rail experience packages. We just saw some, we just literally saw maybe one of our most popular when it comes to the national parks. This is a great option for those who are looking for more of the journey itself on some of Amtrak's most finest train routes versus the destination itself. So first, it starts off in the beautiful windy city of Chicago. There you can be able to stay at one of our most popular and well asked for hotels, the Drake, which is one of the luxurious hotels that you'll find in the Chicago downtown area, very close to all the main dining, shopping, and also main attractions. But when you're visiting Chicago, you'll then start climbing on board the Empire Builder. Again, another popular train route which will travel from Chicago on a 2-night journey out west over to Seattle. Now, along the way, you're going to be able to see some stunning scenery, such as also the Great Lakes of Minnesota. You're going to go over the North Dakota plains, going through the Big Sky Country area of Montana. And Amtrak does a great job that you're going to be able to see Glacier National Park during the train ride. Then you're going to be heading over and through the Cascade Mountain Range before you arrive into the Emerald City of Seattle. There, when you stay with us in Seattle, we do offer, of course, a city pass or of course, a sightseeing tour where you can explore the city of Seattle. But we always encourage, if you're going to be heading out west, make sure you definitely check out one of the parks, either it be Olympic National Park or Mount Rainier National Park, or even, of course, doing a day trip to Mount St. Helens, one of the, a volcano, one of the volcanoes that you will see on the west coast. And then after time exploring, Seattle, you'll then take the Coast Starlight train via the Cascade Mountains, going through some lush forests, pristine lakes, beautiful mountains. You'll then, of course, arrive into San Francisco, where you'll get to explore the city and even do a day trip over to Muir Woods. Another great opportunity to see the California redwoods and even, of course, see Salcedo Bay. After time exploring the redwoods and also San Francisco, you'll then climb back on board Amtrak's California Zephyr, heading eastbound, going to Chicago. So again, this is our Northern Rail experience, folks. It is 9 days, starting at $2,149. Our next rail vacation stop is our Denver Rocky Mountain Getaway round trip from Chicago. So as we just talked about, Rocky Mountains National Park is very popular right now that we're seeing being booked for this year and next year goes. So if you are looking for a great getaway trip, definitely head over to Denver and see Rocky Mountain National Park. So again, you'll start in the beautiful windy city of Chicago, maybe check out the Sears Tower while you're there, or even, of course, sample all some great Italian cuisine in the downtown area before you climb on board the Amtrak's California Zephyr. There you'll get down over into Denver Union Station. This is actually the Union Station here, very historic. And we also have some great hotel properties if you want to stay inside Denver. We do have a hotel that's inside Union Station. What a great way to not only enhance your rail vacation with us, maybe celebrate a special occasion, but definitely worth checking out. And you'll get off the train in Denver's Union Station and explore the city of Denver. But while you're in Denver, definitely make sure you check out Rocky Mountain National Park. That's what's included in this package, right? That's why you're there, is to explore this iconic park that was established in 1915. And it really was, one of those parks you got to check off on the bucket list, not only because it's located in the Rocky Mountains, but also, of course, check out the wildlife, check out the pristine lakes, even some of those great trails if you're an average hiker like myself. So, folks, again, this is our Denver Rocky Mountain Getaway round trip from Chicago. It is 5 days. Look at this price, starting at $999. It includes all that you see here and more with this great rail vacation itinerary. All right, so now we're getting back to another rail experience. This is our Pacific Rail experience. Instead of going over through the northern part of the U.S., you're going to go more in the southern route of the U.S. So you'll start, of course, your trip in Chicago. You'll notice that Chicago is a major hub for Amtrak for both West Coast and East Coast trains. But you'll climb on board the Southwest Chief, taking the full-length route of the Chief, going in for 2 nights, going through some amazing areas such as over the Mississippi River, going through the agricultural region of the U.S. before you leave Colorado, going through these amazing canyons, red rock canyons that are only a few feet wider than the train itself. There, of course, you'll then arrive into Los Angeles around 8 o'clock in the morning, giving you the opportunity and time to explore this wonderful city of angels, right? Here in Los Angeles, you can check out the La Brea Tar Pits. You can check out the Natural History Museum, maybe checking out Universal Studios in Hollywood, or even also head out to the Southern California beaches, which are definitely should be on everyone's bucket list. The Southern California beaches, which is where I used to be from, are absolutely gorgeous. But after time exploring LA, you'll then head up on the Coast Starlight during the day, which is very popular, seeing the California coastline, seeing those state beaches such as Goleta, El Capitan, Santa Barbara, before you arrive into San Francisco. And when you arrive with us in San Francisco, you get to spend some time to explore the city, check out the Golden Gate Bridge, maybe do a nice little bay cruise around the bay. Make sure you grab some clam chowder at Boudin's before you climb back on board the California Zephyr, heading back to Chicago. And so, folks, this is our Pacific Rail experience. It is 9 days, starting at $2,049. It includes all that you see here and more with this great rail vacation itinerary. All right, our last rail vacation package of the day. This is our California Zephyr rail experience. As you can see here, folks, the California Zephyr is arguably and honestly one of the most popular train routes that we offer with Amtrak vacations. So in this package, this one actually particularly focuses on just the California Zephyr versus other train routes, which we talked about in previous packages. So this will start in the beautiful city of Chicago, where you get 2 nights hotel stay to explore the city, check a lake cruise, and learn about the architectural wonders that make Chicago so wonderful and vast. And then you'll climb on board the legendary California Zephyr train, taking the full-length route of the California Zephyr on its 2-night journey, of course, crossing over the Mississippi River, going through a little bit of the agricultural region of Iowa, Nebraska, I apologize, before you head over into Colorado and get to be able to view the Colorado Rockies, which, again, Amtrak does a great time that you can be able to see the Colorado Rockies and the Red Rocks of Utah during the day. There, of course, you'll sleep overnight as you pass through Salt Lake City, other parts of Utah before you arrive into Nevada, and then heading into the high Sierra Nevadas there via Nevada and California, via the Donner Pass. You'll get to see Donner Lake, and even heading over and seeing some of the coastal line before you arrive into Emeryville/San Francisco, where, of course, you'll stay another 2 nights in San Francisco to explore the city itself before you either fly on home, or if you want to continue your journey with us, we can help out with that. So, folks, this is our California Zephyr rail experience. It is 7 days, starting at $1,299. It includes all that you see here and more with this great rail vacation itinerary. All right, folks. So now we did talk about the what is life like on when it comes to an Amtrak vacation experience, what we include, our hotels, sightseeing tours, where you can stay with us. But now I want to talk about the onboard accommodations onboard Amtrak. That's what most people are very excited to know about and learn to see if that is something that they are interested in. So what is the first thing when it comes to traveling on board Amtrak? Well, definitely packing, right? When you're packing for a trip, you're not just packing for the train, but you're packing for the destination itself. So when it comes to packing for for a train, it's much different versus a plane. Each passenger is able to bring on 2 free carry-on bags under 25 pounds per bag, as well as 2 free checked bags under 50 pounds per bag, and luggage can be checked in 45 minutes prior to departure. What airline, folks, can offer that? Most of the times you have to arrive at the airport a couple hours in advance, then you have to check in your luggage, then you have to wait for your plane to deboard, then of course board, then you have to wait till your class is called. All of this, of course, is just so much of a hassle. Traveling by train is a much leisurely and a more adventurous experience. Now, what is life like on board Amtrak trains, right? Let's talk about that. We just talked about what the packing is, which is important. Now, what is the onboard accommodations like? So first, you have coach class. Now, coach class is a great option for those who are traveling on a budget, or also, of course, maybe traveling during the daytime. Coach class, as you see, has very comfortable seats that do fold down to a 45-degree angle. You have a nice, large, picturesque window to get all those vistas and views on the train. You also have, of course, reading lights, power outlets, air quality control, nice footrest so you can be able to relax your feet. And also, look at this, extra space for luggage. No longer do you have to try to cram your luggage in those main cabin compartments. Of course, can be able to feel that there are, or my apologies, you'll find that there is quite a bit of space for your carry-on luggage. But many of our passengers, when they travel with us on long-distance trains, they upgrade to those private sleeping accommodations. That's what usually most people do for their first overnight train experience with us. So let's talk about the important things to know about when traveling on board a private sleeping accommodation. First, when you travel on board Amtrak, when you are upgraded to a private sleeping accommodation, you do get priority boarding. So when you are upgraded to a roomette, bedroom, family bedroom, accessible bedroom, bedroom suite, you do get the priority boarding versus anyone else traveling on the train. You also have the privacy of your own doors. So one thing that you got to realize is that when you're traveling right now on board Amtrak, they are still requiring masks. There is still a mask mandate traveling on board the train as well as in the stations. However, as soon as you're in your private sleeping car and you're in your private roomette or bedroom, you are able to remove your mask as soon as you shut that door, close the curtains, and just enjoy the journey. You also will have your own dedicated car attendant that's there to serve you throughout the journey, making sure your time on board is wonderful, pleasant, and also an enjoyable experience. They want to make sure that your room is kept clean and tidy. They take care of turn down service when you're ready to go to sleep, or turn it over to its daytime configuration when you're ready to just sit back and relax and enjoy the scenery outside. They also take care of coffee, bottled water service, toiletries, and even they can bring in your meals either into your private sleeper if you wish to do so. They still have that option available, or you can even enjoy your meals in the dining car. With your private sleeping accommodations, all of your meals are included, both breakfast, lunch, and dinner, depending on what time of the train journey you're on. But traditional dining is back. I'm super excited about that. They did bring it back of June of last year. So you'll get to be able to enjoy all the succulent meals again, such as the Amtrak signature steak, the Amtrak signature French toast. All that is served and freshly cooked and prepared on board Amtrak. Now, let's talk about some of the most popular private sleeping accommodations on board Amtrak. The first is the Roomette. Now, the Roomette is the most economical option on board Amtrak. It's two seats facing one another during the day, and it falls into a bunk bed style configuration for two at night. Large picturesque window to enjoy those vistas and views, fold-out tray tables if you want to enjoy meals inside your roomette, or of course if you want to play a game or watch a show on your iPad, you can certainly do that. And of course you have a power outlet, reading lights, air quality and heating, and then of course the private restroom and shower facilities are right across the hall. You even have of course a door that does close and lock from the inside with thick, heavy curtains. This does sleep up to two adults. However, this also is a great option for a solo passenger, and it does fit about 1 to 2 small suitcases in your room. However, of course, there is extra space for your luggage across the hall. The room length here is 6 feet 6 inches by 6 feet 8 inches, and the room width is about 3 feet 6 inches. But if you're looking for more space on the train, we could, of course, upgrade you to the bedroom. Now, be aware, of course, the bedroom does come with a little bit more of a higher price tag, but again, it's all about comfort, right? It's all about the value of comfort. So with the bedroom accommodation, it's about 2 times larger in size than the roomette. It is a couchette during the day with a nice captain's chair, and then at night it does fold into a bunk bed style configuration for two at night. You also have your own private ensuite with bathroom and shower included, as well as a vanity inside your cabin versus you walking outside of your roomette. The bedroom accommodation does take up to 2 adults. However, also this is a great option for a solo passenger. It can fit up about 1 to 2 small suitcases in your room. There is a little luggage rack where you can store your carry-on luggage. And as I mentioned before, the private ensuite includes your own shower and restroom inside, as well as vanity. And the room length here, as you can see, is double in size. It's 7 feet 1 inches by 7 feet 6 inches in length, and the room width is 6 feet 6 inches by 6 feet 8 inches. For those of you who need additional assistance, we have, of course, the accessible bedroom on board Amtrak. Now, the accessible bedroom, there's only a total of 1 per carriage, normally on average during the high season, and between 2 to 3 of those per train. So if this is something that you're looking for, we do need always reiterate that we want to book this as soon as possible. We always recommend at least 6 months to a year in advance, so we can make sure we can confirm an accessible bedroom for you on our Amtrak vacation experience. So the accessible bedroom is very similar in style as the regular bedroom. It's a couchette during the day, as well as an ADA accessible bathroom, and then the shower is right outside of your bedroom. You also, of course, have large picturesque windows to enjoy those vistas and views, space to store either a walker or a wheelchair. And you also, of course, have a dedicated car attendant that's there to serve you throughout the journey if you need additional assistance. All right, folks, so now we're getting to the end of our virtual train tour. As a reminder, we do have everyday discounts that you may be eligible for. Children, if you are traveling with children age 2 to 12, receive 50% discount on the rail portion. Seniors over the age of 65 receive 10% discount on the rail portion. And any active or retired military personnel, their spouses, and their dependents receive 10% discount on the rail portion also. Just make sure you give our Amtrak vacation consultants a call, and we'd be more than happy to make sure we apply any of these eligible discounts that you may be eligible for on your Amtrak vacation experience, or you can reach out to your local travel advisor as well. But I did want to, of course, let you know this is the end of the line of our virtual train tour. It was my pleasure serving you on this wonderful train tour. And if you have any other questions or have any inquiries that you're looking for when it comes to an Amtrak vacation experience, make sure you give our consultants a call at 1-800-268-7252. Again, that number is right below here, 1-800-268-7252. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, also we're open on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also check us out at our website at www.amtrakvacations.com, or make sure you do reach out to your local travel advisor if you use one. Otherwise, thank you so much and have a train-tastic day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.